just a standard white AF1s.
I've seen better days.
They've definitely seen better days, mate. It's almost like, I don't want to say shame, because it's shoes, but it was almost like, oh, God, I shouldn't have brought these with me.
I'm Matt B. Together with Kelvin and Lola, I've made kicks with Marcus Rashford, Paul Pogba, AJ Tracy, and Ariana Grande. And today, it's all about Tyler.
Hi, guys, you all right?
Yeah, I'm Kelvin.
I'm Lola. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name, bro?
My name's Tyler. 23 years old and I'm from Bournemouth. I didn't do uni like a lot of my friends. Instead, I sort of decided to just go travelling. So I booked a one-way ticket to Canada. I went to Hawaii for just a couple of weeks. That was amazing. And it was the best thing I've ever done.
What shoes you brought in for us?
I reckon with that cap, AJ Tracy cap, it's Jordan 1 mids.
I think Nike Cortez.
Good guesses. But, nah, they're much more just simple than that, to be honest. It's literally just a standard white AF1s.
They've seen better days.
They have definitely seen better days, mate.
Have you worn them a lot travelling?
It's almost like, I don't want to say shame, because it's shoes, but it was almost like, oh, God, I shouldn't have brought these with me. I knew what was in that box, and I knew he didn't.
How long have you had them then?
This pair are only like maybe 3 months, but I just keep buying them and then it doesn't take me long to get them
It's
like
free
this.
wears, isn't it? Literally free wears, and it just all of a sudden just starts to look completely different.
That's a talent of mine, is like ruining shoes way too quickly, 100%. The abuse I get for, it's not even just the trainers, it's the whole sort of outfits and fashion. Yeah, I get stick for it.
Have you got any ideas on design or anything like that?
Obviously the travelling thing and Canada, I quite like the idea of the mountains I was living at, because I was living at Whistler and Blackcomb Mountains, the two right next to each other. Blackcomb, there's a place on there called Black Tusk, and that's like how people recognise the mountain. It's like right at the top, the peak of it kind of thing, so that's quite a sick shape.
Hawaii, what was that saying? What was that like?
Oh, that was insane. That was a lot of water. We went to 3 of the islands, so it was just a lot of time on the water. And then Australia, that was completely different. That was all just like sandy kind of thing. Well, they were all cool in their own ways.
Is there anything that you really don't want to see on the shoe?
Yeah, there's nothing I just don't want on the shoe. I think in general, I just want it to be like, you look in, it's one shoe, it's not a headache, not just too much going on.
Okay.
I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to sort of come out of here with some shoes that look like they've been designed by some like crazy colour splatters everywhere, just all sorts of things going on. That's definitely a worry.
They're looking terrible, so I reckon let's just gift him a pair. These are going to be quite special to him. What we're doing on them is going to make them more of an impact, so they're gone.
So he mentioned that he stayed on the mountain called Black Tusk, and it's like an iconic feature of the mountain.
It actually could easily flow into a wave. Like, that could literally become a beach.
I think it could be a bit more cohesive if we've got this nice silhouette of the mountain. I think at one point we were thinking of having loads of random different illustrations.
and that would be a headache. But like, that's perfect, because like, you've got one there. So like, follow on from that, you know, to make it a little bit more like, you know, rather than having sporadic.
Well, are you happy with the colour?
Yeah, it looks absolutely mint. Paint's dry, they've all been laced up. All we need now is Tyler.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
I'm nervous to see him and excited. Feeling pretty nervous, to be honest. There's a lot of pressure for me to be happy with the product.
Are you ready to see him?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Right then, Tyler, these are your custom kicks.
Oh, damn, they're actually sick. They're sick. They've got the coordinates in as well. These are my shoes.
Well, that's where we've got to tell you a little something. So obviously, with the design, we wanted to make it clean, so rather than the beaten up, dusty ones, we, fresh pair. And
you hear it, thank you.
Yeah.
I was worried I was almost going to have to like put on some big performance, go for the next Oscar and try and act like I like them. Oh, they look amazing. Like everything I wanted, they've done. Like I couldn't have asked for more. They look amazing, and them giving me new shoes as well. I can finally throw those old ones out.
See, when we saw that black tusk, that like iconic little silhouette at the top, Calvin thought of a sick idea where just underneath that there was kind of these like bubbles and waves of other little mountains, and obviously then we started thinking, oh, that could like flow into waves, flow into a beach. Put it all in one kind of clean design. And then obviously, because you said you didn't want a headache, we thought, right, let's just leave it to the outside so that you still got a clean pair of white Air Force Ones then.
They had sort of some of the mountain ranges from where I lived in Canada, and that was so cool because they were the actual ranges. And they also had part of a beach from Australia, so that was so cool.
Do you recognise any of the coordinates?
Guessing they're going to be something to do with like the mountains, but I'm not sure.
So we looked at Black Tusk, Honolulu in Hawaii, and Bondi Beach.
Yeah, they're literally like 3 of the main places I went in each country. Yeah, I was so impressed with the shoes, honestly. I didn't think anyone would be able to paint that well on a pair of shoes. Like, all props to Lola. I feel good, mate. I'm worried to ruin. I'm just not going to be wearing these so much. They look sick, though.
Yeah, it's been great to meet you, mate. I think you've enjoyed making these, didn't you?
Yeah, I love painting them.
No, I'm impressed. They look so good.
Yeah, there's your first customs, bro.
Nice one, thank you. Cheers. I might be back home in Bournemouth now, but the shoes are always going to remind me of my time in Canada and the rest of my travels.